Right, let's head into verse of the stream for today. What have we got? We have got Hebrews chapter 7, verse 25. Very simple tonight. Therefore, he is able to save completely those who come to God through him, because he always lives to intercede for them. We just celebrated Jesus' death and resurrection. That's what Easter was all about. But I did the kids' work on Sunday, and one of the things that we were just sort of looking at was the when Jesus was on the cross, and there were two thieves that were crucified either side of him, and it was really interesting because we had in Norwich the Passion Play, which is like a live dramatic retelling of like those final moments for Jesus, and it was a piece of theatre performed, outside. It was quite moving, and I managed to get like a really good spot right at almost like the foot of the cross. And it did make me cry. Absolutely, it was a really moving piece. But there was there were three crosses, and there's one person on either side, and you could kind of hear this conversation that they were both having with Jesus. And if you don't know the story, there's basically the two people who are there are murderers. That's why they have been crucified along with Jesus, and one of them. The Bible says it calls curses down on Jesus and says, if you're the Son of God, rescue us. And the other one basically tells him, like, shut up, we deserve to be here, but this man Jesus doesn't. And then he says, Jesus, please remember me today. And in that moment, he puts his faith in Jesus. And Jesus says, like, I tell you the truth that today you'll be with me in paradise. And it's just so interesting because just in that these guys, neither of them were innocent, both were guilty. One of them reacted quite harshly to Jesus and was just kind of rejected him, but the other one put his faith in him and said, please remember me, and Jesus said yes to that. And but that is the heart of God's grace and mercy to us. Like, we want to think that to get into heaven, to access God, we need to be good people. We need to do things to get there. We don't. We don't need to be good people. In fact, actually, what we need to do is recognize that we have all messed up. We've all done things wrong. None of us are good. But actually, we need Jesus. We need his grace and his mercy. And he freely offers it. And some people will say, well, that just seems too easy. Like, does that mean I can just do whatever I like and then just put my trust in Jesus and that's it? We are forgiven. And the answer is, well, yeah, that is. But hopefully, if you really do, if you're truly grateful for Jesus' grace and mercy on you, rather than kind of like, just saying, well, I'm just going to do whatever I like, actually, out of love and respect for Jesus, you try to lead a life worthy of him. So that doesn't mean we'd never get things wrong, because we still get things wrong. I still get things wrong. I'm a flawed person. I still make mistakes. But the great thing is it's not about my good works. It's not about my good works that gives me that relationship, that access with God. What gives me that access and relationship with God is just Jesus' mercy, because he can save me completely. Okay, sometimes people say, oh, you don't know me, you don't know my story, you don't know what I've done in my life, I've done awful things. No, it doesn't matter what you have done, because Jesus is able to save you completely. And if you think that that doesn't apply to you, that is not because you think that's not just because you think you're awful. It also means it's a lack of faith in who Jesus is. What you're saying is, well, Jesus isn't powerful enough to rescue me. And he is, because, as this verse says, he lives to intercede. And that's an interesting word, intercede. It just means like to act on behalf of somebody else when they're in trouble. And so kind of like we need to recognize that we are all in trouble, that we all need God in our life. But actually, when we approach him, Jesus can save us completely. Completely. Not a bit of us, or not most of us, not 70%, 100%. We are saved completely through Jesus. And that is why he went to the cross. It's not anything to do with your good works. It's all to do with what he did on the cross.